Summer 2004. Portugal was awash in red, burning with hope. For the first time, this small Atlantic nation was hosting the UEFA European Championship, and for the first time, an entire country believed that glory could be theirs on home soil. Amid legendary names like Figo, Rui Costa, and Deco, a 19-year-old stepped onto the big stage for the very first time: Cristiano Ronaldo. Back then, he wasn't a global icon. He was just a skinny kid with curly hair, bright eyes, and lightning-fast feet. Only a year earlier, he'd still been a youth player at Sporting Lisbon. But after just a few matches at the tournament, all of Europe began to whisper his name. His speed, his footwork, his relentless drive, Ronaldo lit up the field every time he touched the ball. He scored in the semi-final against the Netherlands, then ran along the sideline waving the Portuguese flag, tears of joy streaming down his face. Portugal was going to the final. The country dared to dream. In the stands, old men gripped the hands of their sons as if passing down a dream of their own. On the streets of Lisbon, crowds erupted, convinced that history was about to be made. The final was set at Estádio da Luz in Lisbon. Their opponent, Greece, a team few had expected to go this far. The sentiment was clear: if we don't win today, maybe we never will. But the dream would soon break. Portugal struggled to find rhythm. Greece defended with discipline, then capitalized on their one and only corner kick. They scored, and the stadium fell silent. The final whistle blew. Portuguese players collapsed on the pitch. Fans buried their faces in their hands, and in the middle of it all, Ronaldo couldn't hold back the tears. He dropped to his knees on the grass, face buried in his hands. No one could comfort him. No one could lift him. His cheeks soaked, his eyes swollen, and in his hand, a silver medal. A piece of metal heavier than any sadness he'd ever known. I thought that might be my only chance, and I lost it. Inside the locker room, no one spoke. Veterans like Rui Costa quietly packed their bags. This could have been their final game for the national team. Ronaldo sat in the corner, head in his hands, still crying. Eventually he looked up. He glanced around the room, then down at the silver medal in his lap, glistening but offering no light. In that moment, the 19-year-old made himself a silent promise: I'll be back, and next time, I'll win. No one heard it. No camera caught it. It was just him and a belief forged in heartbreak. After that night in the Euro 2004 final, Ronaldo was no longer just a teenager crying over a loss. He began a long journey, not just to become a great footballer, but to keep a vow he had made to himself. The heartbreaks that followed. Euro 2008, Portugal was eliminated in the quarterfinals. The golden generation was fading, and Ronaldo stepped into the role of team leader. Euro 2012, Portugal made it to the semifinals, facing Spain. No goals in regulation or extra time. The game went to penalties. Ronaldo was chosen to take the final kick, but he never got the chance. Portugal lost before it was his turn. It was a strange feeling, he recalled, like being ready to fight but never being called upon. During those years, Ronaldo carried the national team on his back. At times, he was the only world-class player on the pitch for Portugal. People had high expectations. People criticized. People demanded. And he never backed down. Friendlies, qualifiers, tournaments, he played them all like they were finals, because the pain of that night in Lisbon had never left him, not for a moment. A quiet flame that never went out. In a rare private interview, when asked about the loss in 2004, Ronaldo paused for a long time. Then he said softly, "I carry that silver medal with me everywhere, not because I'm proud of it, but because I want to remember that pain every single day." He didn't talk much about his promise. He didn't boast to the press. He just trained, played, and let the fire inside him burn. People said Ronaldo played for trophies, for fame, for fortune, but only those closest to him knew the truth. He was playing for a 19-year-old boy who once broke down in tears and never forgot why he started. Euro 2016, fate returns. 12 years after his first final, Ronaldo returned to the big stage. Euro 2016, France. This time, no one expected Portugal to go far. The squad lacked star power. Their form was shaky. They only made it out of the group stage with 3 draws. But Ronaldo was still there, playing like the world was against him. He scored, he assisted, he inspired. He screamed at teammates when their energy dropped. "I don't care who believes in us, as long as we believe in each other." And then the impossible happened. Portugal reached the final. Another final, on foreign soil, against the host nation, France. But this time, Ronaldo wasn't that nervous, tearful teenager. He was the captain, the symbol, the fire that lit the path for an entire nation. July 10th, 2016, Stade de France, Paris. All of France was ready for a night of glory. Portugal walked onto the pitch as the underdog, believed in by no one but themselves. But Ronaldo knew, after 12 long years, this was destiny calling. 25th minute, a shattered heart. Barely 25 minutes into the game, Ronaldo collided with France's Dimitri Payet. He clutched his knee, collapsed on the field. The medical team rushed in. He tried to stand, limped forward, refused to quit. But minutes later, he crumbled again. Tears welled up in his eyes. As he was stretchered off the field, he cried, not just from the pain, but because deep down he feared he wouldn't be the one to finish the promise he made all those years ago. But Ronaldo didn't walk away. While everyone assumed he'd disappear into the locker room, he returned at the start of the second half, this time not in uniform, just a jacket and an armband. He stood on the sidelines, shouting instructions, urging his teammates on, like a second coach. He didn't need to score. Just one look from him and the whole team was ready to fight to the end, center back Pepe. 109th minute, a shot written in the stars. Overtime, both teams drained. Then, out of nowhere, forward Eder fired a thunderous strike from outside the box. The ball sailed past the keeper into the net. 1-0, Portugal. Ronaldo leapt up, ran onto the pitch, threw his arms around his teammates. 12 years after that silent vow, the dream had come true. A golden trophy and a glance toward the sky. When the final whistle blew, the Portuguese team collapsed in joy. Ronaldo held the Euro trophy high, Portugal's first ever major tournament win. He didn't cry. He looked up at the sky, his eyes glistening. No one knew exactly what or who he was thinking of. Maybe his 19-year-old self, maybe the father he'd lost, or maybe that promise he never let go. I kept my word. That silver medal from 2004 is gold now. Some pains bring us to tears, but if you stay the course, if you keep going, they can become your greatest source of power. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just win for his country, he won for the vow he made, for the boy who refused to give up, even when all he had were tears. Are you holding on to a failure right now? Don't forget, as long as you haven't given up, that failure can still become the launch pad for a roaring victory. Drop a comment below. I'll be back, and next time, I'll win.